Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I am limitless, boundless, conscious energy masquerading as a human being named Mercedes Alexis. In today's video, God told me to tell y'all, yes. The answer is yes. The answer has always been yes. God has always said yes to everything that you want, to everything that you need. God has already provided everything for all of eternity. Everything is present within God. Everything is available and yours within God. But it is our work to remember that truth, to live that truth, instead of believing in the illusory separation of the 3D, instead of believing in the false identity of being a separate individual human being. It is our work to remind ourselves the truth of God, the truth that creation is finished. God has already done the works. Everything is already present. Everything is already available. God has already provided everything. Everything is always one. God is always saying yes. God is never denying us. God comes to fulfill, not to destroy. God is never withholding anything. God is never keeping anything from us. Contrary to human understanding, nothing is ever withheld. Nothing is ever kept from us until we take certain steps or wait certain time. That is all illusion. God is always saying yes. Everything is available always. Everything is always present. There is no separation, but it is our work to know that, to trust that, and to exist beyond the illusory separation of the 3D, to exist beyond the illusory rules and limitations of the 3D, to exist beyond the illusory lack of the 3D. Because the truth is, there is no separation. The truth is, there are no rules or limitations. The truth is, there is no lack. There is only God. There is only the perfection of God manifesting in an infinite variety of ways. But the only thing that actually exists is God. The only life is God. And everything else is a part of that life. But God is the totality. God is infinity. God is the source of everything. God is the life of everything. So if we are not one with God, if we are not communing with God, if we are not being still in God, then we are disconnected from life, because God is life. As it says in John 15:4-8, abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it be in the vine, no more can ye except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered. And men gather them, and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. God is the life that we must stay attached to in order to bear fruit. God is the only life. If we are disconnected from God, if we are depending on ourselves, if we are thinking of ourselves as individual human beings who have to figure out how to survive, then we are not abiding in God. Then we are not abiding in the truth of God, that is, everything is present, everything is perfect, everything is one. If we are focusing on the ever changing 3D, then we are not abiding in God. Just as a branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine, no more can we bear fruit except we abide in God. Because God is the vine, God is the life. And we are the branches. We are the physical manifestations of God. But it is our work to abide in God and the truth of God instead of abiding in the illusions of the 3D. Instead of abiding in the illusions of separation and rules and limitations and time and space and lack, our work is to abide in God and to exist beyond all of those things. Because if a man abideth not in God, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. If we are not connected to the life that is God, then we are cast forth and we are withered. That is what existence within the 3D is. That is what identity as a separate human being is, withered. If a man abideth not in God, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. And men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. So when we are not connected to God, when we are not abiding and having our very life in God, we are disconnected from life itself and we are cast off as a branch. And men gather branches and cast them into the fire and they burn. That is another way of saying, unless we know the truth of God, unless we are living the truth of God, our life will be used for somebody else's purpose. We will spend our life force energy working and doing something that serves capitalism, but that does not serve God. Because when we serve God, when we abide in God and allow God's words to abide in us, whatever we ask shall be done unto us. Whatever. Because there is no separation in God. There are no limitations in God. There is no lack in God. There is only perfection. Always. That is how we can know that whatever we ask shall be done unto us. God is always saying yes. Everything is already present, and God has already provided it all unconditionally. But we have to know that truth. We have to live that truth so that God is glorified, so that we bear much fruit, because it has already been given to us all. There is no separation. God is one. Thank you so much for watching. I trust that this video was helpful for you. Have an amazing day.